Hi, welcome back to my channel, My Stoma My Way, and in today's video I wanted to talk about diverticulitis and some of the symptoms and a little bit about that part of my journey, which is the beginning. It all starts with a diagnosis, right? So, so many people actually have these like bulging pouches that are in our in our digestive system, in our colon. Usually it's not a problem. People don't even know that they have them. It's not really an issue until later on in life. I would say maybe 60s or 70s from what I'm reading. Typically it's an older issue. And sometimes the which is called diverticula. So the pouches are called diverticula. When the pouches become infected or inflamed, that is what diverticulitis is. So I was diagnosed in May of 2020, and obviously being diagnosed with something like that, I had no idea exactly what that was. Obviously, not really ever experiencing any kind of health issues prior to this. I was really pretty ignorant to it. So, yeah. Then it just became a matter of treating it. In some cases, people can just go on antibiotics for a week. It's either 7 to 10 days. Antibiotics are never fun, and you take about 3 times a day, and it just kills your stomach, makes you feel even worse. So in some cases, depending on how I guess how many pouches they have, if how infected they are, if they've ruptured, and it could lead to there's certain risks obviously involved. Eventually, what happened to me is, colon ruptured after the first surgery, and you have things going into your stomach, which is a sterile area that you don't want, that cause a lot of problems, which takes me to today with living with my stoma. But the symptoms of diverticulitis and on paper, pretty much fever, tenderness, nausea, vomiting, constipation, and diarrhea. It doesn't go into the exhaustion, just the exhaustion from just always feeling sick, and the exhaustion, being exhausted, being on the antibiotics, and just really tired all the time, and just always feeling really sick, and your stomach always hurts, in some fashion, whether it's touching it, tender to the touch, or if it's just from what you drink or what you eat. It's definitely not fun. Yeah. So that is what started me on this journey, was being diagnosed with diverticulitis in 2020. That was in 2020, but even prior to that, I can think of, issues kind of developing to like 2015, maybe even before that. So yeah, I think it was maybe always something that I was going to be dealing with in my life, whether it happened in my 30s or later on. I think I was always going to have this bridge to cross, and I don't know where I'm at in that journey. I feel like I'm a few steps in, considering how long this has been going on. But yeah, diverticulitis, it's not fun. Never heard of it before. You maybe have, maybe you haven't, maybe you have someone, a grandparent, someone, you're friends with, young. I've come across some people that maybe have had diverticulitis. Not many, to be honest. So I guess any young person who's kind of thinking, dang, like why, why me? This is something that's supposed to happen when, I'm in my 60s, 70s, whatever, towards the end, or the end of our journey. Um, I feel you on that. Being very upset and angry about this. I had my moments and my times where it was just like, what? No, it's gonna go away, or it's just gonna be antibiotics, or maybe not even just understanding the road I was on, and what was to come. But yeah, after surgery, which I will go into at another time, it's something that can occur again. Obviously, I still have my colon, so not the whole thing anymore. Part of it's been removed, but so potentially there is the chance of these pouches developing again, because I am prone to it. It's a disease that's doesn't just go away. But I'm told that I shouldn't have an issue, at least not for a good 10 years, if that. So I just, even though I have no new dietary restrictions, I still need to be careful, because if a polyp decides to get pissed off and starts growing and then becomes affected or whatever, I'm going to be in the same position. And at that point, who knows what would happen. There's some people who lose their entire colons. There's people, which is duh, right? I mean, obviously there's so many things that health-wise that can affect people like that. It's just all new to me. But people lose their entire digestive system. Some people have their anuses just sewn shut. I came across a channel, or a young gal who has IBD, which I'm not 100% sure on exactly what that is, so I'm not going to start quoting it, but I know that's what it is. She had, I believe, her entire colon removed, and ended up with her rectum sewn shut. So it could definitely be worse. And so that's one of the things that has helped me get through this, is counting my blessings and realizing, as hard and as angry as I might be about this or whatever, it could be far worse, so yeah, so that is what diverticulitis is. That's how long I've been on this journey, and I'm doing my best to deal with it. But I have to say, after surgery, diverticulitis isn't something that even doesn't really register anymore. It's more about my stoma. Obviously, that's why I created this channel, and that's why hence the title, the name of the channel. But I wanted to give people the information as to what led to the stoma, because everyone's story is going to be different. There's many different reasons that people end up with stomas, and mine just so happen to be diverticulitis. So if you have any questions, or if you're dealing with it right now, you just got your diagnosis, whatever the case may be, if you have any questions, feel free to message me, and I'll do my best to give you any information that has helped me, or things that I maybe tried. Obviously it didn't work, but I mean, there were things that I did try to do to get through in the best way that I could. But yeah, Thanks for watching. Thanks for the family and friends that have reached out and are being supportive and encouraging of me, and that means a lot. And I hope this gives you an idea of what I've gone through, because I know that I haven't communicated a lot of this to a lot of people, including, close family members. There's only a small handful of people that know that I even had surgery. There's small people that know that I even was sick. There's a small people who even knew that I even have a stoma. Some people just know of the surgery or just know that I was sick, but they don't know that I have this stoma. So a lot of people are going to be learning a lot of things, and I hope it gives them an idea or an understanding of me, who I am, and how I'm changing as a person. And I hope it brings us closer. And if not, then like, you could watch the video if you want, but we may not talk, but it's all good. Sometimes just watching and supporting from afar is enough. And so I appreciate everyone and that is being supportive, and the warmth that I've gotten so far. So I hope to hear from anyone that has any questions or anything, and I'm gonna stop rambling and eat the rest of my burrito that I can eat and not feel sick and gross after.